Okay, so we're doing some viewer tattoos today. I think this is just straight up viewer tattoos. There's a collection in here. I had these in like a separate thing, but I didn't think there was enough like to do 2 different episodes, so I kind of just blorbed them together into one.
There's that word,
So,
blorb.
yeah, there's a bit in here to chew on.
There's
So
nothing for me to read.
there is one, but we'll get to that. So we got this like alien guy floating over an eyeball.
I love it.
Yeah, see these like suction rays. I've seen this before where they're abducting the thing, but it's really hard to get that effect in a tattoo. I've seen it done with yellow with like almost like a pinky purple background. Do you know what I mean? To give that like kind of transparent suction.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard to do that trick, and I don't feel like we've figured it out yet. This almost looks like a tissue or a napkin around the eye.
Well, and then my thing is if this eye is actually in the beam, it would be lighter.
Yeah, it would be illuminated. But
Yeah.
like, here's my thinking is like, I don't know what the fuck that is if it's not for the alien.
I have no idea. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would think that was like an eye in a ghost's sheet or something, or like a napkin, a napkin eye.
Or like some sort of weird face paint.
Yeah, I would. Well, I would never know that. Yeah, it could be clown makeup. I would never know what that was without the context of the alien.
Me neither.
So this is a good lesson of like, context is everything, right? Because like without that, no one would know what the fuck that was supposed to be. So I don't know that it achieves the effect that they were going for. I do like the color play between the pink, the green, and the blue, and I like the alien a lot. He's got a lot of personality.
He looks like he's kind of squished in there.
I want to call him Ed.
Ed?
Well, yeah, this is a single pod spaceship, right? You can only get one guy in here. You couldn't have a whole crew of these guys in there.
He also looks like he's pretty high.
Well, I don't know. Is he smoking this cigarette or is he smoking a joint?
Oh, his eyes are all like sleepy.
I had a pot smoking alien back in the day, like a little statue, and I called him Pete.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know why I had that. Someone gave it to me or something at one point, and he's just on this weird shelf of just random junk I had.
Interesting. All
So
right.
yeah, I had this, like a random junk shelf, and I had a alien with a toque with a pot leaf on it, and he was high as fuck.
You also have a broken taco dog somewhere in our house too. So
A taco dog?
you don't remember the taco dog?
Maybe.
He's a wiener dog, but he's a taco.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I've got all kinds of weird crap.
Tristan got it for you for Christmas. Like,
Yeah,
last
I
year?
need to get rid of a whole bunch of that stuff. There's a lot of weird crap in our house.
Yeah, there's also an alien with a coworker's face. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yeah. So, I don't know what the hell this is. Color stuff?
It looks like
Color stuff.
an impressionist painting.
Nothing? It looks like nothing?
An impressionist painting.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like
What
like
does
a
it
Van
make-
Gogh or something.
What does it make you feel like? It's an emotional piece.
I think it's an impressionist painting. I think we just don't know what
But
artist.
what does it make you feel?
Yucky. Don't art school me.
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, so is there a better angle of this thing, or there's no story either. Like, I'll always put the story if they
It's
send
not
one.
even the whole tattoo. Guys,
Here's Buddy
come on.
rolled
Send
over
us the whole
in the
tattoo.
middle of the night, like in a haze, in some kind of a stupor, and just send it to Remy.
Remy
Like,
Reacts
it's
playing
almost
in the
like,
background. Passed
Siri, send this tattoo to Remy.
Passed out during Remy Reacts. Wakes
Yeah,
up and
it's-
goes, well, I gotta send my tattoo to Remy.
A frightening amount of people watch this show when they're like going to bed. Like
And you didn't think so.
There was a lot of people that said so.
I know.
Like, there was
I
a
thought
lot of
there
peop-
would be.
Well, apparently I have a very soothing voice.
And I think that's why there was some anger when I came on, because my voice is not soothing.
I don't think that my context or the content that I speak about is soothing or in any way
It's your
comforting.
tone. It's
right?
and Kevin's tone. Oh my god, the episodes with Kevin are probably so relaxing.
Yeah,
for
I don't
people.
know. Kevin had like radio voice.
Yeah, I know. He had like the perfect voice. He was like, and ba 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 ba.
No,
ba, ba, ba.
when he was much more like fast paced than what you're talking. Like,
Yeah?
he was way more like, he was like like that guy who does like a sleazy radio ad. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like that kind of a thing. But he was fully aware of it too, so I'm not
Why?
just. I don't know what the fuck this tattoo is, so I have nothing to say. So we're gonna move on
Yeah,
here.
doesn't even
Hope
look
to find
well
some
put in.
land
Oh,
here.
I like this.
So we have like, what is this, like a goat
A
with a
sheep?
dagger?
It's a sheep,
with a dagger in its head.
and it's got guts. I
Are these
love
just
it.
brains coming out?
Guts, brains.
Is that the thing? Is that what it's supposed to be? Like
Yeah,
the
something's
green
coming
swirly
out.
things?
Spinal
Or
cord.
some kind of brains tissue coming out here?
I love it.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, I would have maybe gone a little less with the orange. Maybe like a little like orange highlight, but there's a lot of orange in here.
Cause there's blue.
Yeah, but like maybe I think I'd be happier if there's red.
I really like this.
Well, I think it's cool. I think he's cool. I think he's a little congested though. He needs a little more negative in him. They got the negative in the swirls, like the brain, but I think he's too black and too orange for me. I think if you made him red and you just did a highlight of red and all this negative, you know where they get the glow effect, like that green thing I seen the other day on here?
Yeah.
Whereas like he's green, you know he's green. You don't need to paint him green. This is just too dark for me.
I like it.
I like it. I want to love it.
No, I love it. I love everything about it.
I don't, because it doesn't breathe well enough. And like, I know I'm a guy that's always screaming about hate and negative space, but they had it right, the proportions right in some parts, and then other parts are just too heavy, I think. So, but it's a cool idea.
I want this tattoo. I like this.
No, I think it's close. It's close to great, but it's not quite.
Nah,
I like the eyes a lot.
I do. I like the hair.
I think that. I don't think that's hair. I think it's just like brains spilling out or
he's a
something.
furry little sheeple. Okay.
He's in trouble. He's in deep trouble.
Yeah.
That must hurt.
His eyeballs popping out on the other side there.
I think a little bit of yellow somehow in the bottom of the knife probably would have helped, just to give this thing some more balance and light. It's just super dark. It gets super dark and busy, thick. It feels thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels really thick, heavy. Anyway, I'm
I
not gonna
like
beat
it.
this thing to death.
I like it. I got
like a
nothing
lot.
bad
I
to
like.
say.
I just noticed its drooping eye on the other
Yeah,
side.
I just said it's missing its eyes falling
It's
out.
really
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's
Fun little
not bad.
details.
And we got this little crying heart guy. So
Again, this
It's
is like
fun.
really well done.
he is what he is.
Yeah.
You
For
know?
what it is, it's like a really just trad tattoo.
But this has the better balance of color to light that I was talking about. You know?
Yeah.
There's more room for things to breathe here. Where the other one, it was like they almost didn't know where to stop with it. This has got a good balance of dark and light. And the play of color really gives it some nice movement in places too.
Yeah, I
The-
just think this is a really nice,
the
clean
way that
trad tattoo.
They put the blue at the bottom of the drops, the teardrops.
Yep, makes them
conveys-
look white.
Well, it also conveys the heaviness of them, right? Because they get densest at the bottom. You see, they did this thing where the blue is getting more solid and dense at the bottom of it.
Yeah,
It conveys that they're heaviest at the bottom.
Makes
it's,
sense.
it's a little thing, but like these are the things that I nerd out on when you can see the intention of where they put colors.
yeah.
Right, it's done in a very specific way to give depth to things that not everybody pays attention to. There's a tattooer out here that just does these blue, like solid.
I would have done them black.
Well,
But
like
I like this better.
understanding where the densest point should be gives the thing a different dimension, right?
Yep.
So I
Beautiful.
really like it.
Yeah, very clean
It's
little
a
tattoo.
smart little tattoo. And then we have this movie-themed leg tattoo. And to be honest with you, I had this in its own file, but then I didn't think there was enough to say about this to do a whole episode on, so we're just going to do it here. It doesn't really work as a movie-themed leg when you just randomly jam Dragon Ball characters in.
Yeah, I know, right? We got horror, Dragon Ball.
The best part of the
Horror.
Dragon Ball thing, too, is like the glow of blue around them.
Yes.
The characters themselves are small and kind of sad-looking in the greater scope of these larger horror icons. So there's a Terrifier, the Scream guy. I don't know who
Yeah.
the face is above Goku there. Holy fuck.
I think the like the The Dragon Ball tattoo, Dragon Ball Z tattoo would have been cool if it took up more space.
It's so small.
Yeah, and like the foreshortening and the coloring on it's nice, but this like whole leg is just like a smorg of weird.
We got Jason up there, and then we have this big, huge paragraph.
Yeah.
There is no real me, only an entity, something illusionary, and though I can hide my cold gaze, this must be a fucking script from a horror movie.
Something.
It's too small. You can still read it somehow. It's really hard. I've got it really closed up right now. But like, if you had to have this script, you should have made it bolder.
Yeah.
As time goes on, this will get harder to read. I'm not going to say it's going to be impossible, but it's going to be worse.
They always start to smooch together when they're that tiny.
Well, why the Dragon Ball in the middle of this?
I don't know.
You can so easily cover that with black and like
do a negative space.
Well, because they're not fully covered, you
opaque.
can utilize some of the negative spaces there in the design. It's pretty easy to imagine just taking black and building it over.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you can leave some of the negative in there. There's a way to do this that it looks intentional, and you don't have to have the Dragon Ball in there. I think I've seen the bottom Joker here before. I think Kevin and I reacted to this Joker, and I think I called it at that time one of my favorite tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very painterly, almost like a color version of the work that Lee does.
Yeah.
You know, remember when he did the Dracula?
Yeah.
Or the Dracula tattoo I used to have on my calf? You weren't with me when I got it.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah, it had that same red cloak, kind of red and black cloak.
I remember.
It was really, really cool. I really liked that. It was a particular Dracula where he's licking the knife, the blood, the switchblade or whatever, not switchblade, the razor blade.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I really liked this Joker. I'm sure I've seen this one before. But, and then Batman ran. See, everything about this makes some sense except the Dragon Ball stuff. Is that Brad Pitt up there?
Fight Club.
What the fuck is going on here?
Fight Club?
Yeah. But he said it was a horror sleeve.
I think it was just movie themed.
Yeah, I thought he said movie themed horror sleeve.
Batman's not horror, is it?
No, not really. You can kind of lump Joker in there. I want to read the email to make sure I'm not making an ass of myself. Movie themed leg. I guess it's not horror. It's just mostly horror. But then where does the Dragon Ball come into it?
You just like Dragon Ball?
Anyway, I don't know. There's mostly quality work. I would blast over the Dragon Ball. You can keep the rest of it.
Yeah.
Tonally, the portraits are all a little bit different, though.
Yeah.
I would darken up Batman.
Batman needs to be darker.
He's supposed to be black, and he's the lightest part of this tattoo.
He is. It's sad. I think Brad Pitt needed some work, too.
Yeah.